Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of HoopTalk. I know it's been a while, but this episode's gonna be a banger. Um, this first month of the NBA season has been weird, to say the least, and we're gonna talk about everything that happened in like kind of this first month. We're gonna be going through some overreactions that we might have, or a lot of people might have. We'll definitely talk about the MVP, who's in the lead right now. We'll talk about some of the dominant teams like the Bucks. The Celtics are playing really well. The Jazz are surprisingly playing well. And then we'll also talk about some teams that are struggling, like the Warriors, for example, the Nets, Lakers. We'll talk about all that. But first, what do you want to talk about first?
It's up to you, man. It's up to you.
Let's do MVP.
MVP? Oh, okay. This is a quick conversation.
Okay. MVP. Who's your pick right now?
Luka Doncic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, really if he wasn't having the season he's having, obviously we're like 2 weeks in, then I'd give it to Tatum.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are my two picks.
All right. Right now, I mean, bro, Luka's been playing insane. I mean, it's hard to argue with that, but I would say number two is definitely Giannis.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got two of them already. Like,
what? Come on, man.
bro,
You gonna factor that in?
We gotta give one to the youngins. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you gotta earn it.
Listen. Okay, if Milwaukee's the 1 seed, then I give it to them. But Boston's up by 1 game. They played one more game than them. So
it's true. The Mavericks also are the 5th seed right now. So I don't know.
They're the 5th seed, but they're also tied with Phoenix, and they're only 1.5 games back from the 2nd seed.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, they're both. I mean, everyone's just putting a lot of people like Giannis and Luka are putting up insane numbers right now.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis is putting up 31, 11, and 5. And then, let's see, Luka's putting up 34, 8, and 7. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like Luka plays, like, incredible for the first part of the season, like, every season, bro. Like, he just gives you some Luka magic. The first 10 games, he goes crazy.
Yeah, but last season it wasn't like that though. Last season he didn't catch.
That's true. He struggled a little bit.
Yeah, he was a little. He got a little. Put on a little.
Oh yeah. Bro, I remember you sent me a picture.
Oh yeah, the one where
picture of him in preseason. That was so funny. It's alright, man. He was just having fun during the summer, you know.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't, man? Who wouldn't?
Ate too many, a little too much, but it's alright. All right, MVP was easy. Now let's talk about. Let's do some overreactions.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Jazz like really gonna be this good for this whole season?
I think that's up to them. I don't really think that's like. No, I know it sounds kind of crazy. Okay, so listen, they have what's his name? Something Hardy, Will Hardy, the guy they stole from Danny Ainge stole from the Celtics.
Yeah.
This is a super well coached team. Everybody's on the same page, and like I think we all had, both of us included, we had a conception of this team going to the season, where it was like, okay, this is the rebuild. They're going for a big pick. They got a ton of picks from the Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell trade, so it's time to be bad for a couple of years. But like if you look at their roster, it's all rotation guys. Like nobody here is like standing out. Like if you look at the Thunder's roster, and I like a lot of the guys on the Thunder's roster, but like if we switch out Poku and like Lauri Markkanen, I think there's going to be a big difference in performance.
Yeah.
Like Lauri Markkanen is also might win MVP. So
he's playing insane. Why is he so good, bro?
Mike Conley's having not a resurgent season, but he's a very intelligent player, and I think that's showing in this season.
He's just leading everyone.
And in crunch time, this is like a super good team. Like they're super well coached. They're not super turnover heavy. They get good buckets. I don't know if like this pace is sustainable. Like as first in the West, there's going to be games that you lose because of the stars on your team, and you win because of the stars on your team. And if there's no stars on your team, then you're not going to win or you're going to lose. But I do think this can be a good team. I think it's up to Danny Ainge to decide if you want to keep going with this track or do you want to like sell at the trade deadline and then be bad for the rest of the season, or even just sell now. Because a lot of these guys' trade value is rising. Jordan Clarkson, Lauri Markkanen, and even Mike Conley, their trade value is going to go up as the team keeps getting better. So it depends on what the mindset is of this team going, like as the season goes on.
I mean, in my opinion, I just say sell now, bro, because like obviously they're not. I mean, we expected them to be way worse, and they're not going to be as bad as we thought they were, but they're also not going to be, contenders. They're kind of going to be in the middle of the pack, so it's not really worth it to give up like a high spot in the draft just for like a mediocre season. Obviously they're playing really well right now, but I don't think it's really sustainable for them. And they don't need to win right now. Like it's not a big priority for them. I think Danny Ainge is going to make some moves at the deadline. Maybe get some more draft picks. I don't know how that's possible, but like, is there like a max number of picks you can have, or
tell that to the Oklahoma City Thunder? I think they.
Yeah, I don't think there is. So, yeah, I mean, I think he should capitalize on this. Like you said, like the way everyone's been playing, their trade value is increasing by the minute. So, yeah, I think they should sell.
And I mean, like it's. I think there's a couple ways to go because you have a lot of young guys on this team. You have Ochai Baji, the guys you got in the Cavs trade. You have Jared Vanderbilt, Colin Sexton, whoa now. Lauri Markkanen is still on the young side of like being an NBA player. He's still relatively young. He's been in the league a long time, but he's still really young. But the Rudy Gays, the Mike Conleys, the Kelly Olynyk's, maybe even the Colin Sextons, but I think he's going to be there long term. Are definitely assets that you can use to trade. But I think it's kind of important. I think, first of all, I think this proves that Will Hardy is a good coach. Like, I think he's going to be your guy for the future. I know it's a very small sample size, and this happens all the time at the beginning of the season. Like last year when the Wizards were really good for like 2 months, and then they just never won another game. But I do think this is like, I don't think winning like most of your games is sustainable. I think they're going to be like a slightly above 500 team, like 45 wins-esque. But I mean, I don't know. It's up to Danny Ainge. Do you want to prove to the young guys it's going to be a winning team? And if you keep winning, then the trade value of the Jordan Clarksons goes higher. So do you sacrifice your draft pick in order for more draft picks, like this year's draft pick? If you want a chance at Wemby, you're going to start losing now, like now.
Yeah.
You're going to want to lose all of your games from now on. The Houston Rockets are doing a great job of that, of losing all your games.
Bro, speaking of the Rockets, man, I just find it very funny how you you wanted to like join the Rockets fan base because like the Lakers suck.
I didn't think
the Rockets are literally the only team that are worse than the Lakers right now. Like you could have chose any other team that's better than the Lakers. You chose the one team that's worse.
Last year I chose the Bulls and they were pretty good. So you never know. They were gonna turn around. The thing is with Houston is that like this team is kind of made for like losing games. Like if you look at their roster, Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green are gonna lose you like 5 games a year just like by themselves. That's not a knock on either of them. I like both of them as players. Like I love Jalen Green.
That is a knock.
I love both of them, but it's like Jalen will shoot 33 times a game and he'll make 6 shots, which is what you want out of your second overall pick shooting guard. I do think shots are being taken away from Jabari Smith Jr. I feel like he should be shooting more. I feel like Josh Christopher, who was another first-round pick last year, should be playing more. But I don't know how things are going on over there in the building. Maybe they're just really bad in practice. But I still like this team a lot, Ennes. I still think they have one of the best young cores. I think they had a great draft last year. Sengun is really, really good. Eric Gordon is still on this team.
Why?
I don't know why.
What is he doing?
Tari Eason's really cool. Jayshawn Tate's cool. Garrison Matthews is somebody that I've been telling the Lakers to go after for a long time. He's that undrafted shooter guy. And then Dacian Nix I really liked in high school. And Boban's on the team too. And they have last year's Kentucky guy, Ty Washington. Yeah. There's a lot of players on this team that might be really good. And some of them are already really good. But yeah, I like the Rockets. They're just bad.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the other team I considered picking this year? I talked about another one that I wanted to be a fan of. I don't know if it was the Cavs, but
Raptors?
I like the Cavs too. I like the Raptors. Oh, and do you see that clip of them trapping 2 seconds into the game? They trapped Jaden.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was their starting lineup.
Crazy for that.
I had to explain to my dad that Delonto Banton was a 6'9" point guard, and he's like a consistent starter for them. He was like, "Where did Kyle Lowry go?" I'm like, "He's on the Heat now." But but yeah, no, the Raptors are a super interesting team because the only short guy on the team is Fred VanVleet. That must get really weird, during team photos, like media day. It's like everybody else is 6'5" plus, and then Fred VanVleet's there.
Yeah.
But no, I like this team a lot. I like the Cavs. I like Scotty Barnes. I wish he would shoot more on my fantasy team. I wish he would shoot more. But I like the Raptors too. Yeah. We're not going to talk about that other team though. The purple and gold. We're not going to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to talk about that. All right. What are our other overreactions?
Okay. Overreaction. The Warriors are not making the playoffs.
I don't know, man. That doesn't seem too far off, but...
Oh, come on now.
But they have 5 guys that they can play. Their starting lineup and then their bench. And I've watched a lot of Warriors games this year because it's worked out that way. My schedule's just open when the Warriors are playing. And I like to watch Steph Curry play. But oh my goodness, this team is not fun to watch. They just don't know how to play defense. I don't know what happened. They're kind of they've reached a middle point. There's a whole article about this on The Ringer, where the Warriors are in the middle of 2 eras. Your Jonathan Kumingas, your Moses Moody's, and James Wiseman. Oh my goodness!
Oh
James
no!
Wiseman. James Wiseman might be the dumbest player I've ever seen.
Wow!
Not just on a basketball IQ level. I'm sure he's a smart guy, but he doesn't set screens very well, and then if he doesn't get the ball off the roll, he cries and he whines in the corner, and he kills the spacing for the whole possession. And then on defense, he doesn't communicate well. He doesn't drop. I didn't even know the drop coverage was a hard thing to do. When you're that tall, it shouldn't even be that difficult. You just put your hands up. But he's struggling in drop coverage, which is not something the Warriors ever do. They're a super switch heavy team, and they've had to switch into a more drop oriented style just because James Wiseman can't switch. He just doesn't move his feet well, which is not good because the thought was he's a really good athlete. And then scoring wise, he hasn't showed a ton of touch. I think the G League will do pretty well for him. It did really good for Jordan Poole for 2 years. He came out and he was a most improved candidate. Jordan Poole's also had a rough start to the season. I don't know, man. If I was the Warriors, I'd trade all 18 of my young players and all my picks for KD. That's what I would do. Sounds a bit crazy, but
not gonna happen.
Listen, I just you could kind of see you couldn't see it last year because of the Otto Porters and the Gary Payton Juniors of the world that were preventing Jonathan Kuminga from playing, and now Jonathan Kuminga put on his Instagram story. You know, the clip of Braun where he's oh yeah, the haters just keep talking, they're just plotting on my downfall, and it's bro, no one's plotting on your downfall. You're just bad. Just play better. It can't be that hard. I understand the Warriors system is not for everybody. We've seen this with Kelly Oubre Jr. and stuff, but they've had everybody there besides their recent draft picks have had a year to acclimate to the system. So I don't think it really should be a point where we're giving up 135 points a game. And Steph Curry, who I still think is a top 5 player, should not have to be putting up 38 points a night for you guys to win. I feel that's not. I'm not saying it's not sustainable, but you guys are supposed to be one of the most talented organizations in the league. And Klay Thompson, I still think I think we kind of jumped the gun after last year's playoffs on how much he'd recovered from his ACL and Achilles injury. He's not moving super well. He hasn't been super disciplined with his hands. He's been doing a lot of dumb fouls. Like at the end of the game, it's been like a lot of dumb calls. They've missed a lot of calls on that, like because of the Warriors. But and then also his shot. I'm not a shot doctor or anything, but like he doesn't seem to get in his natural rhythm as quick as he used to. Which I don't know if it's like a comfortability thing or anything like that. He's still shooting pretty well, but not to the levels we're used to seeing from Klay Thompson. But
yeah, man,
I don't think they're going to miss the playoffs. But I think it's kind of the opposite of what happened last year, where they started off super hot, and then they kind of lost it as the season went on. But yeah,
no, I think they'll definitely find a rhythm soon, and they just got to go on a bit of a run or a winning streak. But I mean, they're 0-7 on the road. Like,
yeah, that's bad.
That is not good. The Lakers are also 0-5 on the road. So yeah. Also, bro, can we talk about Paolo Banchero, please?
Oh yeah, bro. Can
we talk about this man?
No, he's him.
This
bro.
demon?
He's him. Him.
Bro, like he's actually like he's putting up numbers that LeBron put up in his rookie year, which is crazy. Even though the Magic aren't that good right now, they're sitting at number 13 in the East right now. But like he's been playing out of his mind. And actually, I'm reading now that if his current numbers hold, he would be the first rookie to average 23 points, 8 rebounds, 8 free throw attempts, and 3.5 assists per game. Very random stat, but like,
yeah. I mean, he's drawing fouls at a super high rate. Like, I'm talking about like veteran stuff here. Like, he's not moving like a rookie.
Yeah.
He knows like what the defense wants to give him, what he doesn't want to give him. He picks his spots really well, and he's shown a lot more as a passer than I always thought he was a better passer than people give him credit for at Duke. But he's shown a lot more in this Magic offense than I thought like he would be able to with Franz being there. And Bol, man. Bol is a hooper.
Bol is tough.
Bol as a shot blocker around the rim. Man, they just need to give him a chance over there in Denver. They just need to give him a chance. But they're playing DeAndre Jordan. What a shame. What a shame. That's got to be a crime of some sort. Michael Malone's got to be put in jail for like 15 days for trading Bol and but playing DeAndre Jordan real minutes.
And I mean, he's also like Paolo's like putting up these numbers, and he's not shooting very well from three as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's made like 3 threes this whole season, or not this whole season.
Not the whole season, but
I'm reading from the last 5 games. But he's made, or he's kind of struggling from three a little bit, which is fine because if he's putting up these numbers and still struggling from three, imagine how he would be if he could knock down those jumpers.
Did you see Bobo's Euro step on LaMelo?
Oh my goodness, bro!
He's crazy.
He is a unit.
Crazy.
He's a unit.
He's him. Did I tell you that I met him at a bounce house once?
No way.
No,
at a bounce house?
I got a picture. Yeah.
What?
When he was in high school, it was super
That's
random.
crazy.
We played like on the thing with him, like the when you do the trampoline.
Oh yeah.
Dunk it. Yeah. Nah, man, I love Bobo. He's the homie.
Yeah, man. He's a great guy. Actually, I don't know if he's a great guy, but like great basketball.
I'm just assuming. I mean, like he's Bol. I don't know what else he would be. Like if he's not a great guy. I don't know who is a great guy. If Bol's not a great guy.
For real. Let's not talk about the bad teams anymore. Let's talk about the dominant teams. The Milwaukee Bucks, and the Boston Celtics are both playing.
Javon Carter is him.
He is him.
Javon Carter is him. Ennes, you guys can go look back. I was talking about this. I told Mike Budenholzer to play Javon Carter over Grayson Allen last year against the Celtics. They weren't listening. They were tuning me out. Wow. They said, no, Javon Carter couldn't do it. He's not him. He's not Himothy. He's not Himothy Chalamet.
He's a sniper.
Let me tell you a little something. Javon Carter is him. He's the best player. Okay? No more Grayson Allen. I don't want to see it anymore. I want him out of the league. I want put him in a Shanghai Sharks.
Lakers could use him.
Stop it. White guys don't look good in Lakers jerseys like 85% of the time.
Alex Caruso?
No, listen, I said 85.
Austin Reeves?
Listen. When Mike Muscala was on the Lakers, he
Oh,
did not look good in the
no.
Lakers jersey.
Bro, that was like for a few months. That doesn't count.
White people are too pale to be in the Lakers jersey. There's yellows and there's whites. And the purple jersey is just bad now. I don't like
This sounding a little racist here.
No. Listen. This isn't even nothing against him. I don't think even Luka would look. I've done it on 2K. I put Luka in the Lakers jersey. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
I'm imagining that right now in that yellow. I don't know.
No, bro, he's too pale. It doesn't work. We need to wear the all black.
It doesn't matter if you can score buckets. Grayson Allen is a bucket getter.
Grayson Allen is not a bucket getter.
He is a bucket
Grayson
getter.
Allen is a bucket eater. That's probably what he does. Hate Grayson Allen, man. Don't like Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen
bites
so
ankles.
Underrated.
Grayson Allen is not good. He's just not good.
You know who is good though? The Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, they are
Good.
You know why?
Without Chris Middleton, bro.
Yeah, because they can play defense now.
Without Chris Middleton. Their second best player. That's crazy. Bro, but there's some teams in the East that are struggling. Like the Sixers. The Sixers have started to pick it up a little actually in the past few games, but
yeah, I think Embiid fell asleep for a couple of weeks. He's being alive now though. He fell asleep.
Yeah. What's going on with the Bulls, man?
Man, they weren't going to be good anyways. They don't have Lonzo.
Is Lonzo? I mean,
Lonzo is him.
Lonzo is a big part of this team, but I don't think they should be 6-8 right now. I don't know, man. I mean, the Bulls. We thought they were going to be, a top team in the East this season.
Not top team, like top 8 maybe. Make the play in.
Top 6.
Top 6 is crazy.
Top 6 is very doable.
Top 6 is not doable, not for this roster. Goran Dragic's got some juice though.
The roster's not even that bad.
Bro, Goran's got the juice right now.
He does have the juice.
Goran's got a little juice in him.
Bro, he still has juice left.
Bro, how are you gonna surpass the 8-6 Washington Wizards? How are you gonna do it?
You can't.
How are you gonna do it? Listen, they're not better than Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell is now him. They're not better than Milwaukee. They're not better than Boston. They're not better than Toronto. They're not better than Atlanta. They're not better than Philly, and Philly's 7-7. They're better than New York though, because the New York Knicks are frauds and they're a bad organization. And Julius Randle should be on the Shanghai Sharks. Ennes, if there was Ennes has this weird thing against Andrew Wiggins. I don't like Julius Randle.
Oh my god, bro. Andrew Wiggins.
Bro, Julius Randle is Ennes's Andrew Wiggins to me. I don't understand, why are people going on YouTube? I looked this up the other day, Ennes. The House of Highlights videos from the whole season. Yeah. Why are y'all watching this? Who's watching the Julius Randle highlights? They give him a post up on the left block. He does that dumb one dribble jumper, and then it doesn't work, and he bricks it every single time. I've seen it so many times now, and they have
put
so
that
many.
In the highlight?
Bro, no, that's just how I see it. In my head.
Okay.
Yeah. No, God forbid, I didn't watch the video. Oh, no, I am not. I am not amplifying Julius Randle love. That's just not happening. I like every single lefty's jump shot. And I like your jump shot. I love Harden's jump shot. But I don't like Julius Randle's jumper. I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I don't like him. I don't like him, man. I like Jalen Brunson's jump shot. Also a lefty. Also on the same team as him. Jalen Brunson's a hooper. Played at Villanova. I don't actually. Where did Julius Randle play college basketball? Anybody know this? You know this, Ennis?
I do not know.
We drafted him. We should know this. I don't know. He broke his foot.
Played at Kentucky. Oh, I knew that. I knew
that too. I knew he was a Kentucky boy.
Hey, man. Speaking of struggling teams, can we talk about the Brooklyn Nets? They just got 153 points dropped on them by the Kings. The Kings are actually playing well, bro. The Kings are actually playing well.
Yeah. The Nets are not it. The Nets are not it. I was sitting in contemplation back there. I was thinking about it. The Nets are not it. Not happening. Not their year. Mm-mm.
You know who they have though that might turn their team around.
Yuta Watanabe.
Bro, how did you know I was gonna say that?
Bro,
How did you know?
We're on the same timing right
Bro,
now. We're on the same timing.
Cause bro, I feel like Kevin Durant. I feel like Ben Simmons. I feel like his mindset is like, you don't want to be in the NBA. Like that's just like what he's thinking right now. Like,
you don't want to be in the NBA, or you don't want to be in the NBA.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Oh.
No. That's like Kevin Durant's like. Whenever Kevin Durant looks at Ben Simmons, he's like, bro, like you don't want to be in the NBA. Like you don't want to not be in the NBA.
No, that's good. That's good.
That's good.
That's the quality.
But yeah, man, the Nets. I mean, the Nets are just.
Listen, man. Y'all thought that firing all Steve-O was going to fix your problems. It's not. Steve-O is gone. Will fix their problems. You need God. The Brooklyn Nets need God to fix their problems.
Wow, God is crazy.
Jock Vaughn isn't going to help. Okay?
Oh my
Jock Vaughn
goodness.
isn't going to help. You hear his press conference where he was like, I wasn't the first choice, just like my wife. Dog, what are you talking about? Nah, this team is cooked. I'm not even going to mention what Mr. Irving was talking about a couple weeks ago. I'm just going to choose to just not reference that.
Okay, bro.
Stay what?
Well, actually, no. Just finish your point. I'm gonna talk about something after you.
Oh, okay. I hope it's not Kyrie related.
No, it's not.
Yo, this crazy thing's happening. This ant is straight up like vertical on my desk. He's standing up vertically. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I'm being serious.
I've never seen that before.
Nah, bro, I'm gonna take a picture. This is crazy. Bro, he's standing up vertically. He's like, this is wild.
That's crazy.
Nah, he's like in an athletic position. Like that's what's going on. Anyway, I'll send that to you. But yeah,
right. Okay.
With my Kyrie point.
I just want to talk about one last. I mean, I'm gonna go to a different team. So if you want to finish the Nets here.
Oh yeah. The Brooklyn Nets need God. Okay. Whatever religion the Brooklyn Nets are praying to, make more prayer. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just 100. Y'all let Terrence Davis give you 31 points, and I like Terrence Davis. I like him, but 31 points out of Terrence Davis is nasty work. You know it's a bad day when you see everybody on the roster play. Everyone, like we're talking top to bottom. And sure, did you score 121 points? Yes. Did Kevin Durant play fine? Yes. But 153 points in 2022. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. There's not even like any X's and O's stuff I want to talk about with this team. Because like I don't even know what there is to fix. Just play defense, rotate, move your feet. When he drives, come weak side, try to affect the shot, and then rotate out. If he kicks it out to the corner, it's pretty simple stuff. Nick Claxton, super switchable. I don't know why this is even. Yeah, no. Just pray. Pray. That's all I got for them.
That's all you got. That's all they can do now.
Yeah, not even just on the court. I mean, the whole organization. Just pray. Y'all were about to hire he who should not be named, former Boston Celtics coach. Just like that. Like.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what's going on over there, man. I don't know what's going on over there.
All right, let's talk about. I'm gonna talk about one last team, and then we can wrap it up here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the last team I want to talk about that I've been really disappointed in is the Popeyes Timberwolves.
Oh! I want to talk about this team. I'm glad
the Popeyes Timberwolves. Okay. Okay, so I feel like their main problem is their offense just looks so awkward, and like their spacing with Cat and Gobert on the floor at the same time is so bad. Also, Gobert is shooting 61% from the floor, which is much lower than his average. He's only setting 50 screens per 100 possessions, which is the lowest mark of his career. the main thing is that their offense just looks bad. It looks awkward. Their spacing is bad. They just also their defense when they're guarding the pick and roll, Gobert just never. I mean, this was kind of a problem with the Jazz too. Gobert doesn't step out, and when he does, it's like a liability. And he's a liability on the wing, and then also it leaves up much more space in the paint. And Cat's not exactly the best defender, so that just leaves. It's just all bad. I feel like the Edwards and Gobert could be really good together. I just feel like Cat is kind of slowing Gobert down, and I think Cat should be traded.
Cat should be traded.
Yeah.
The younger player out of the two?
Yeah. He's not that much younger.
It's like 3 years, right?
It's not that much.
Listen, I'm not a Cat fan either.
That's my thought.
I don't know if this is well known. I don't know if I'm a known Cat hater. But I am. He's a really good shooter. I know he lost some weight. He got sick in the offseason. He lost a lot of weight. He's been getting pushed around a bit more than he was last season. But Gobert looks a bit confused out there a lot of the time. Obviously, he's been playing in that Utah system with Quinn Snyder for a long time. We're able to spread the floor at all times. Jaden McDaniels, who plays a lot on the same time, like at the same time that Gobert and Cat do, isn't a great floor spacer. And even Anthony Edwards isn't like, he's not Steph Curry. You're not going to stay as attached to him as you would be. And even pick and rolls with Edwards and Gobert, like the strong side corner is always filled. Things get clogged up. The offense looks, like you said, Ennis, it looks awkward. The team looks weird. There was a whole possession where D'Angelo Russell just didn't sub in. Like they were playing 4-on-5. Like I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah. They're just not on the same page. They're all the stars, like the big three, definitely.
Ant is like sending clear shots to like Gobert after the game. He's like, "Yeah, I can't dunk because it's always filled over there. I can't dunk." That was a horrible Ant impression. I don't know why I said it like that. That's not how he talks at all. But I think that was just me like mocking his attitude. This Ant is still vertical. Okay.
Hey, bro, we're talking about Ant.
I know, that's what I was saying.
We're talking about Ant, and there's an ant on
Bro, I'm talking about Ant not being able to go vertical, and this Ant is vertical.
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
The symbolism there, man.
This is a crazy episode.
That is impeccable. That's what I gotta say about it.
Yes, sir. First Yuta Watanabe, now Ant being vertical. This is crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. I do think they're going to figure it out at some point. There's too much talent on this team for not. Actually, no, I like. You don't think they're going to figure it out? Not even a little bit? Like not even above 500?
Unless they get sponsored by Popeyes, they're not figured out.
Bro, this team's so weird, man.
It's just, and like I said before, when I think the worst is like their lineup just doesn't work together. With Towns, Anthony Edwards, and Rudy Gobert, I feel like, bro, they should just pull a Russ and like bench Towns or something, and then have him come off the bench.
You're being a complete. You're more of a Towns hater right now than I am.
No, bro. I mean, it's not hating because like they did.
What do you mean? This
Russ.
isn't hating. You just said to bench. Karl Anthony Towns and Russ are not on the same level.
I don't mean it like bench him and give him no minutes. I'm saying put him in with the bench rotation.
And this is not the same situation at all. This is a kid that's supposed to be in his prime who calls himself the best shooting big of all time. Like he's still the leading scorer on the team. It's not like he's playing bad, and he's passing better than he ever has. Like even though like Cat does this thing, I talked about this last year, where he tries to be Jokic. Like he tries like every couple of possessions, he'll try like some crazy pass and it won't work. I hate it so much. It's like you're just not Jokic. You're not like Jokic is him. You're not him. I thought Cat was going to be so good, man. I'm going a bit of a tangent here. I thought he was going to be so good. Like, there was every reason for this guy to be one of the best players in the league. Like, I remember seeing this poll in, like, 2017. It's like, what player would you start your franchise with? Karl Anthony Towns. And it was, like, by an overwhelming percentage. Like, I understand the young players in the league weren't, like, I know the rookie of the year in 2017 was Malcolm Brogdon. There weren't, like, a lot of young talent in the league, but He should be so much better, man. He should be so much better. I hate to see it.
I feel bad for Kyle Anderson, man. He left the Grizzlies. He didn't sign with the Grizzlies, and he signed with the Timberwolves. Major downgrade. I mean, he should really be the star of this team. They should just give him the ball every time, let him go to work on offense, put him on the best player on defense. I mean, like we're talking about their offense being bad, but their defense is also pretty bad. They're one of the 5 worst defensive rebounding teams in the league. And like when Gobert's not playing, their defense is just terrible. And like when Gobert is playing, it's definitely a little better, but it's just not there.
This isn't even a bad roster either. Like if you look at this team,
it's not
like top to bottom. This is a good team,
bro. I remember in an episode like a couple of months back, we were talking about the roster, and you were talking about how like they didn't have good like wings who could defend, and then you saw Kyle Anderson, and you just like changed your whole mind.
Well, I think Kyle Anderson
is good.
I just think he can do so much. You know, it's like I'd love to have Kyle Anderson on the team. He's not a super great shooter from 3, but like
he's just the perfect role player, man.
I mean, like he's a secondary playmaker. He's got a weird bag, like one of the weirdest bags I've ever seen, but it almost always works. Like he has like who has a weird bag? Who's got the weird? Jaylen Brown has a weird bag. Because Jaylen Brown likes to pull out like the craziest moves for no reason. He'll snatch back tween like 9 times and then Hezzy step back, and then like he has all of the left open because they thought the right step back was coming. He won't go left. Then he'll lose the ball. And like that's a whole Jaylen Brown possession. Jaylen Brown's got a weird bag.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Hoop Talk. And if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Make sure to follow our Instagram for updates on when our episodes release. And we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.